This is the brand new next generation of AI SUV coupe shaped from XPeng, and this is the global release event of this exact car. Today we're going to walk through details that you haven't heard of before, but also test drive the new VLA 2.0 system, one of the first exclusive test drives here in Munich with this exact car. So stay tuned for that, and welcome to It's Only Electric. Let's start.
It's only electric.
It's designed by the former Ferrari design chief, and you can see some elements from that, I guess. And as you see, it's a coupe shaped and a mid-size SUV measuring 4.65 meters with a wheelbase of 2.85. If you compare that to the G6, the XPeng G6, it's actually 10 centimeters shorter in total, but the wheelbase is only 4 centimeters shorter. So it still promises really good interior space. So the design is kind of a vital flow, and that means that it's both practical, sporty, and a good-looking car, all in one package. It comes in 5 different color options. This one is called Phantom Purple, a bit specific and unique. I like it. It looks even more purple here in this lighting. If you see it in the daylight, it looks more to the gray side. A nice different choice if you want to go for that one. Curb weight is different because it comes in 4 different trim levels, starting from rear-wheel drive standard range, rear-wheel drive long range, and with the same battery, long range, all-wheel drive performance, and then you have the performance ultra version. And the basics of that is that it comes with 2 different battery packs. Both are LFP packs, 400 volt, with the first one delivering a gross capacity of 51.8 kilowatt hours and the net capacity 0.5 under that, so 51.3 kilowatt hours net capacity. Then you have the long range battery packs for all the rest of the lineup that has a battery capacity of 71.4 kilowatt hours. The net capacity is 70.8 or 70.6, something like that. So a very small margin between gross and net. But both LFP and charging capabilities, we will talk about those very soon. The range is spanning from 440 kilometers up all the way to 520. And I think the biggest contenders to this specific car is cars like the BYD Atto 3 and Elrock, the Skoda Elrock. But I also think they are aiming for the Tesla Model Y, because honestly, I think this will be a car that will eat up some market shares from Tesla. The different trim levels, starting from the standard range version, does have a rear-wheel drive motor, permanent magnet motor at the back, putting out 180 kilowatts or 268 newton meters of torque. It does 0 to 100 in 7.5 seconds with a top speed that goes for all the cars or the models, the different trim levels, 180 kilometers per hour. When it comes to the all-wheel drive version, the big battery pack, it's a dual motor setup with 285 kilowatts, 431 newton meters of torque. The quickest one does 0 to 100 in 4.5 seconds. If you want to have the self-driving capabilities, VLA 2.0, you need to go for the Ultra version. That's the only version that comes with 3 Touring ships. 3 Touring ships means that you have 3 ships, 2 for the self-driving capabilities, 1 for the media system, and that's the only possibility to get these 2,250 tops, which means that it's approximately 4 times more capable than Tesla's current hardware 4. And that's really important for getting a self-driving car. When it comes to charging, as I said, this is a 400 volt system. Both battery packs charges in under 20 minutes when it comes for fast charging, 10 to 80%. The smaller battery pack does have a top speed of 198 kilowatts, whilst the bigger battery pack has 238. So you probably need to visit a Tesla Supercharger for the faster battery pack to achieve the fastest possible charging. Charge port placed here at the right rear fender. When it comes to home charging or AC charging, 11 kilowatts 3-phase support. Also vehicle to load support so we can pull out 6 kilowatts from the battery pack. The Vital Flow design shows really specifically here at the front with the bulging, soft corners. You have the really strong and muscular front fenders helping you to position the car because you see them from the inside whilst driving it. You have the closed sloping grille here with the big XPeng logo on top. You have the 360 camera, that's standard here at the front, supporting the park assist functionality. The closed active ventilated grille here, so they open when the car gets hot and needs some cold air, and the starship lights here at the front really gives this kind of a unique frontal design. And underneath the hood we have a frunk, 2 different options, 89 liters, that's VLA liters for the rear-wheel drive version, 43 liters if you go all-wheel drive. You see the coupe shape here really makes the car look strong and sporty, combined with this strong shoulder design with this lip going up here. On top of the roof, you can actually mount a roof rack with the load capacity of 75 kilograms. Here at the back, you see the full width star wing LED lights really incorporated into the rear design. This makes the car look really sporty, I would say. Here you have some air vents going from the rear wheel arches, creating some better airflow. When it comes to airflow, the aerodynamics of the car, the CD value is 0.228. So it's fairly slippery, promising us a good efficiency. When it comes to the practical aspects, powered liftgate, the storage capacity of 539 liters. When it comes to VDA, that's 367. You have some extra storage underneath here for organizing cables, but also a manual tow hitch with a tow capacity of 1.5 tons. First time from XPeng, 3 split folders, so 40, 20, 40, for some extra practicality when it comes to loading skis and long things. This has been a thing that I've talked about in every XPeng review. Now finally, they listened and they made a car for Europe. So it's finally time to check out the interior, and this time we start with the back seat. Front seat adjusted after my driver position, and this is incredible. I mean, I'm 6'4" or 193 centimeters tall, and as you see, I have almost 1 fist of knee room. The seat is in its lowest position. I still can squeeze my feet underneath the front seat, which gives me a really comfortable seating position. Another good thing, as you see, is the thigh support. I mean, one of the better thigh supports in a electric vehicle. And very plush seats, super soft, perforated leatherette, so not real leather, but with a really nice feel. And the interior comes in 2 different editions, light and black. And obviously this is the light version of it. This is mountings, powered mountings for accessories like screens. Here in the middle you have 2 manual air ventilations, 1 USB-C port, but as I said, these 2 are also powered. Comfort-wise, you have a central armrest, also very well cushioned, with 2 adaptive cup holders and 3 individual headrests here at the back. And whilst talking about those, you see headroom. Now I'm leaning backwards, stretching out. I have 1 fist before touching the panoramic glass roof, which also is standard in this car. You can manually adjust the backrest position, 5 different positions actually, which gives you the choice between cargo space or rear backseat space. To some of the practical aspects inside the cabin, that's storage. XPeng is talking about 34 or something like that when it comes to different storage capabilities or storage positions. I mean, you have those classic space for storing cables and phones, but you also have drawers. So we have 1 fairly big drawer here actually, where you can put a lot of stuff. This is really practical and gives you the possibility to organize things inside the cabin. You also have other things like X mounts, that's magnetic mounts for mounting different accessories. You have grab handles on 3 positions, of course not the dial position. So microphones, this is perfect areas for the active voice control. Ambient lighting, if I close the door here, the ambient lighting goes through the whole cabin. You have the choice of 265 different colors, and you have the same luxury features as in the front. I mean, all the soft touch materials, even here on top, all the way down. The speaker grills feels nice. The manual door latches, it's more to the basic side, but more to a classic car for being able to push the prices down to make more affordable cars for us. The design overall does continue on the inside. I mean, it matches the outside with soft and flowing shapes. I mean, if you look here, the soft shapes at the front continues into the door panels and ends in a really natural way here with the hidden ambient lighting crossing the whole dashboard. Soft touch materials almost wherever you touch. It's really nice. And you have this nice not speakers, this looks like tweeters, but it's not. It's actually mounts, camera mounts or accessory mounts. You can use it for whatever you want. Premium grills in brushed metal for the speaker covers. And whilst talking about the speakers, it's packed with a premium sound system delivering a 7.1.4 audio system, 20 speaker setup with over 1000 watts of output power, promising a good sound profile in the cabin. If you look at the air vents here, they are almost seamless with ambient lighting inside. They are digital and AI controlled, so it adapts depending on the situation. But of course, you can also control it fully manually on the screen, for instance. So you have the flexibility as usual. If you continue downwards, we have a central cluster here with one Qi charger. It's actually ventilated, and next to that, phone holder. Also some extra storage here in front with a 12-volt outlet. It's rubberized, so it's not that slippery. That's good. Underneath that, we have another bigger storage compartment and actually a deep pocket just underneath here. It's companioned by 2 cup holders, adaptive, and a central armrest with storage, 1 USB-A and 1 USB-C port. There's no integrated light into this compartment. The immediate thing I see is the steering wheel. It's a updated steering wheel, if you ask me, to the better. This one looks really good with the controls, the rocker to the left and to the right, very simply made, easy to understand. On the left side, you control the driving dynamics or the self-driving assist functions. You have the 360 camera or park assist activation. You have the dry mode selector to the right, very conveniently placed. It's a small steering wheel. It's to the more square sized with a flat bottom and a flat top. So it's a narrow steering wheel, almost a yoke feeling, but in a better way. The screens, central instrument cluster, resolution 2.5K, 15.6 inch, powered by the new XOS 6.0, also tightly integrated with Google Maps, and that's for the first time. Very convenient. It is not running Android OS or something like that. It's just very tightly coupled. So the native navigation is based on Google Maps. Super nice. You have a central instrument cluster of 8.9 inch and companioned by a head-up display of 26 inch. Very high resolution and high nits, so the brightness is really nice on all screens actually. When it comes to the seats, they are really plush and soft, kind of supportive, a bit to the shorter side, but normal for this size of a car, this class. They are ventilated, heated, and comes with massage. If you go for the Ultra version, you will not only get this cushion lumbar support massage, you will get a 14-point real Shiatsu massage. So it's a bit more premium, going for the ultra trim. Other than that, a comfortable driving position. You have powered seats, of course, on both sides, and lumbar support with a dual axis control, so both X and Y axis adjustments. Headrests also very plush and cushioned. You can adjust it height-wise to get the support you need. But all in all, I actually like the seats. They feel really nice. I haven't tried them for a long run, of course, but I do sit for a bit longer in the VLA test I'm doing in the end of this video. So stay tuned for that one. So I'm just outside the Munich R&D center of XPeng, and this is the car, the L03 Ultra, and I'm going to test drive it with VLA 2 live here in Munich. So this is one of the few videos you actually will see, one of the first ones actually, with this car, with VLA 2 in Europe. And so I'm really excited to show you guys and share the photos, the videos, some talking inside the car to show you the driving scenarios. Let's start. Okay. So now it's activated.
Yeah.
You saw that heat, the wave.
Yeah.
It's driving itself?
Yes.
So now it's driving itself.
Yes.
And you see the graphics is different.
Yeah.
It's using the cameras in a different way, generating the world a bit differently. But you see all the objects.
Not very obvious.
No. But it's, yeah. It just took a left.
This is a challenge point because
This is a challenge. There's coming cars from the left, maybe.
yeah,
No cars.
it decelerates a loop and have a little not so full stop.
This is interesting.
Yeah, this is interesting.
We have a truck in front of us in the wrong lane. We're passing it
Yeah.
and going back into the right. No drama at all.
Yeah.
That's nice.
As a normal user
Yeah,
would do.
yeah, exactly. So now a big intersection with red lights. We are in the left lane out of 3 lanes. We're gonna turn left now.
So one question. You are detecting here the red lines. I know that in China there is a communication protocol, right? But here you don't have that. So it's only camera based,
Yeah,
right?
Only camera.
Okay.
Only camera based.
Because in China it will give you also the time that will take to be green, and
okay.
in this case you don't have it.
No.
So this is a tough one.
This is a really
This is tough.
challenging situation as well.
And we're meeting cars here, and this is hard. Because the cars that we meet here does need to go first, yeah?
Yeah, correct.
Yes.
Very good.
It's
Now it
doing-
continues, yeah?
Yes, continue.
So you did just press the brake at that point?
No.
Yeah,
No?
yeah,
Did it?
I
Yeah.
pressed the brake.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I did. Because the space for oncoming cars is not enough, I think. So I help a little bit.
So VLA stands for Video Language Action,
Yes.
and that's the basic model of how it works actually. So it uses 8 different 8 megapixel cameras for streaming continuously video data to the computer, and it interprets that data and is vision based only. You can also have a text based input too, but what we see here now is it's acting on camera solely. You see, it sees on the screen that it's green light, so everything is live. AI.
Oh, we have an interesting scenario here. as well.
Okay. Roadwork. Switch lane. You didn't do anything.
There is that a yellow line there
Yeah.
showing.
This temporary work. So they told us that the toughest work right now is for the R&D center here in Munich to adapt all the European behaviors, the driving manners that you have in Europe. That's a bit different from what you see in China, for instance. That's the hard things to adapt the system to, and that's the complicating things. It's not complicated to read signs, even if the signs looks different. You can learn that, but some habits you need to teach the system of how to behave. For instance, parking spaces is used a bit differently here in Europe than in China. but also maybe construction works and things like who needs to go first in certain scenarios, etc. That's the tough things, and that's what the R&D center is working on to get this system ready by 2027. So what we see here now is a really early version of it, but it is really smooth.
It's like human driving the
Yeah,
vehicle.
exactly. You don't have this stop and accelerate situation. It's really comfortable. Regarding the ride quality, the ride comfort, it's very, at least according to my experience, it's very closely matched to the G6. You have this more comfort focusing suspension setup. It's a pleasant drive, and it goes well together with the plushed seats and the calm interior of the car. It's really a calm experience that I feel here now, even if you have the VLA 2 active.
So he detected that the left lane was to turn left, and he made the change to the middle lane to keep going in front.
Yeah.
And now he
Interesting.
slowed down because he saw the speed limit is 30.
Okay.
So we train our model according to the road limit sign. So we don't let the model to design whether it's go over. So if I want to drive faster, I can scroll up the.
But you can
you can override
override.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
you
can
can
override
adjust
it.
it. Okay, that's nice. Okay. And what I liked, there was a man passing over the road. There was no road pass. They still passed, but the car did see it. I saw the man on the screen, but it was so far away, so it didn't brake that much. That's really nice. It's kind of proactive and not too jiggly in the brakes. More, as you said, more like how a human should like act on that situation.
The maps will the map data will help the model to know the direction which way it's going into, but the model will keep the decision making by itself.
Yeah,
It depends on, because sometimes there's a contemporary roadwork,
yeah.
so you couldn't turn
No, you
into
need to have both, of course. Yeah. So when they say that the input is video but also text, the text we're talking about here is actually the inputs or the coordinates from maps in this case, I guess. And what we see here is also what I mentioned in the earlier part of the video, is that we see it clearly here. It's the integrated Google Maps as the L03 uses as its main navigation system. So it's deeply integrated into the car.
Yes.
So you are training the model here in Munich.
Yes.
Are you considering on expanding that to other cities in Europe?
Yeah, of course. Because
there are many changes in the ways, in the habits of people driving. So in Portugal, you will not see people drive like this.
No, not in Spain or in
How they
Italy. They drive a bit more crazy. I mean, if you drive in Rome, for instance, you will have these 3 lanes, but it will be probably 4 cars.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're not using the lanes.
Oh, really?
No? Yeah. So it's a bit different. You need to in those countries and cities, you need to act as the
Streetwise.
other. Streetwise, but as the other drivers do.
Yeah.
But I guess but you will have some of the same problems in China. I mean, if you go
Yeah.
to rural areas, it's a big difference compared to driving in Chengdu, for instance.
Yeah.
Here
Yes.
we have a car parked.
They are unloading some stuff here, so the right lane is
It's
Huh?
occupied.
It's
already.
occupied?
Yeah.
And did you notice this is what made me love VLA when I tested, because it is aggressive. I was
Okay.
expecting him
We
to
stop
be
now
more cautious.
because the
Yeah,
green light
yeah.
for
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
pedestrian and the
Did you see it,
cyclist.
or did you did brake?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything. So it's
for that intersection is quite a challenge.
yeah, it's challenging. Yeah, I understand that.
I was
A lot of things
I
happen.
was a little bit nervous because the cyclists, they just keep coming and
Yeah,
never stop.
but it did see both cyclists coming. Yeah,
we the model tried to move a little bit.
Yeah.
Another one comes.
yeah.
Try to move a little bit. Another one came.
Yeah.
So,
And now we have a bicycle in front of us.
yeah. We
She's taking up the whole lane, so we can't pass her. And we have a car in front of that anyway.
You can only drive very slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Following the following
Can it
the
honk
radio.
automatically? Like now you need to move?
We don't train our model
Because that's how the model should work in Italy, for instance.
Yes.
Oh, really?
I was trying to avoid to talk
Okay.
about Italy. You know?
Yeah, I mean in Sweden and the Scandinavian countries and Germany, the traffic is pretty calm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You never honk because it's forbidden to do that. They can actually give you a fine for honking in the wrong situation. You can only use the honk in critical situations. In Italy, in Spain, they use it another way. It's more or less a way of communicating.
Yes.
Okay. It's good
It's
to
a
know.
big difference, yeah.
It's good to know. Because something maybe not so good here, maybe it's a good thing
Yeah.
in the other country.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yes, don't take for granted what you test here. That will work in every single
Okay.
European country.
Yeah.
Noted.
That's the important thing.
Yeah.
That's for the tram.
It's a little bit confusing actually.
Yeah, I think in the future you need to have kind of like a parameter where you can toggle which behavior that's the strongest or needs to be the strongest at the moment. For instance, as you just said, you need to follow the rules, but you still can't follow the rules in many situations because the other cars is ruining the situation. Then you maybe need to follow the other cars instead.
Yeah,
So that balance
yeah.
is really hard.
It's a matter of following rules, of course,
Yeah.
because the car needs to follow
Yeah.
rules. But then, if you want usage of the system, then you need to be compliant to what the users expect the car to drive with. Because if the car drives like 30 kilometers per hour in Lisbon, for instance, no one will activate the self-drive because they will want the car to drive
faster?
as fast as the car in front of you is driving. You know.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we can use the,
Yes, of
the
course,
little
of
screw
course.
to
That is an
control.
override option that you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can screw up or screw down.
Yeah, you should have like a function called follow the flow, but it's up to the driver. I mean, it's still the driver that gets the
Decision. Yeah.
the decision to override it.
And we are actually looking to develop the mode for the drivers.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, for the software.
So it's kind of different profiles. Driving profiles. It makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
We detected this need for global markets actually, because in China we don't have such requirement yet. But in the global markets, the drivers keen to have more options,
Yeah.
more driving style, or depends on different routes or timing. After work, I'm tired, right? I just want to be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe in the morning, I just want to be earlier to get to the office.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I want it to be more efficiency.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a balance of safety, efficiency, and user behavior because people inside the car cannot be scared, but they cannot be stressed also, right? So
That's my video of the brand new upcoming L03. I mean, this is an amazing package with a starting price of 35,000 euros or 399,000 Swedish crowns. I mean, I have a hard time finding a package that's better than this. If you go for the Ultra version, you will get the VLA 2.0 in 2027, as I just showed you. Amazing deal. I would probably wait for that one or go for that one actually. Ultra trim, you'll get all-wheel drive, etc. And things like active noise cancelling for 35,000 euros, that's really impressive. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts. Ask me questions in the comment section. Hype the video, subscribe to the channel, and as I always say, stay electric. Thank you for watching. Speak to you soon.